Morning, children. How are you, children? Today, class for the fourth class. Subject is General Science. Children, we completed up to the 2 units. Today, we are starting the third unit, the Kingdom of Animals. What? The Kingdom of Animals. Today, we are discussing about the which lesson? The Kingdom of Animals. And in that one we are discussing about the topic animals distribution and adaptations. What? Animals distribution and adaptations. Okay, in the kingdom of animals, animals distribution and adaptations. Children, in our surroundings we observe different type of animals, and that one different type of animals live in different type of places. Different types of animals lives in different type of places. So, and that one some of the animals lives on the land surface. What? Some of the animals lives on the land surface means కొన్ని జీవులు భూమి మీద జీవిస్తాయి. And that one, children, some of the animals lives on the trees. Some of the animals lives on the trees. కొన్ని జీవులు చెట్లపైన జీవిస్తాయి. And that one, as well as some other animals lives in that one water also. Okay, some of the animals lives in the water also. కొన్ని జీవులు నీటిలో కూడా జీవిస్తాయి. సో నార్మల్లీ దే హ్యావ్ టు అడ్జస్ట్ దెమ్సెల్వ్స్ అకార్డింగ్ టు దేర్ కండిషన్స్. Okay, so normally these animals depends upon the environment for the food. Environment for the food మీన్స్ ఈ జీవరాశులన్నీ తమ చుట్టూ ఉన్న యొక్క పరిసరాల మీద ఆహారం కొరకు ఆధారపడి ఉంటాయి. సో నాట్ ఓన్లీ దట్ వన్, ఫర్ షెల్టర్ ఆల్సో మీన్స్ నథింగ్ బట్ ద ప్లేస్ దట్ ఈస్ సేఫ్ ఫర్ దిస్ ఆల్ ఎనిమల్స్. ద ప్లేస్ దట్ ఈస్ సేఫ్ ఫర్ all these animals. And normally the animals means changes itself to fit in that environment. Okay, the animal adjusts itself to suit its environment. What? To suit its environment. And some of the suitable characters also that animals develop. Okay, some of the suitable character also developed by the animals to adjust to their surroundings. To adjust their surroundings are called as adaptations. What are called as adaptations? Okay, the suitable characters that are developed by the animals to adjust to their surroundings. To adjust their surroundings are called as adaptations. Are called as adaptations. Okay, the suitable characters, the suitable characters that are developed by the animals, the suitable characters that are developed by the animals to adjust to their surroundings are called as adaptations. Okay, the suitable characters that are developed by the animals to adjust their environments or surroundings is called as are called as adaptations. Normally this adaptation can seen in their body. Okay, these adaptations can be seen in their body features or in the food. Mean nothing but animals change their some of the body features according to that environment or conditions. Normally, if the animals fails to adjust themselves to the environment, okay, when the animals fails to adjust themselves to the environment, they die, or they migrate to that suitable place. They can migrate to the suitable place. They can migrate to the what? Suitable place. Suppose animal not developed uh, characters to adjust to themselves to the environment, they die. Suppose animals not developed adaptations, జీవులు తమ యొక్క పరిసరాలకు అనుగుణంగా తమ యొక్క లక్షణాలను మార్చుకోకపోతే చనిపోతాయి. ఆర్ ఇంకొక చోటకి వలస వెళ్తాయి. ఓకే, వెన్ the living organisms not develop any adaptations, they die or migrate to that one safe place or a suitable place. So normally we observe that one some of the animals lives in that plains. Plains means nothing but Maidana Prantallo. Okay, some of the animals we observe that one they can live in the plains, and some of the animals lives in the hot deserts. Desert means nothing but the areas that are very hot, and the rainfall also very less. The type of areas are called as deserts. So some of the animals we observed in that one hot deserts, and some of the animals lives in the cold mountains also. బాగా చల్లగా ఉన్న పర్వత ప్రాంతాల్లో కూడా జీవిస్తాయి. అండ్ సమ్ ఆఫ్ ది ఎనిమల్స్ లీవ్స్ ఆన్ ది ట్రీస్. సమ్ ఆఫ్ ది animals lives on the trees, and some of the animals lives in the water. Okay, so you know that one animals lives in different type of places or areas. Either they live in the plains, hot deserts, and cold mountains, trees, water. Either it may be fresh water or salt water. We observe that one. Okay, normally the natural living place of, okay, the natural living place of an animal is called as its habitat. The natural living place of animal is called its habitat. Okay, the natural living place of animal is called as habitat. ఓకే, సహజ సిద్ధంగా తాను జీవించే ప్రదేశాన్ని ఏమేమంటారంటే ఆవాస ప్రాంతం. అకార్డింగ్ టు ద హ్యాబిట్ ద ఎనిమల్స్ ఆర్ డివైడెడ్ into 5 groups. According to the habitat, the animals are divided into 5 groups. Okay, according to the habitat the animals are divided into how many groups? 5 groups. So first of all we are discussing about that one terrestrial animals. What? Terrestrial animals. So you know that one what is the meaning of terrestrial animals? The animals that lives on the land surface. The animals that lives on the land surface are called as terrestrial animals. Okay, the animals that lives on the land surface are called as terrestrial animals. Normally, the animals like cow, okay, the animals like cow, buffalo, sheep, goat, horse, dog, lion, tiger, elephant, all these animals lives on the land surface. Lives on the land surface. So these animals are called as what? Terrestrial animals. What? Terrestrial animals. Okay, the animals that lives on the land surface are called as terrestrial animals. What? The animals that lives on the land surface are called as terrestrial animals. So the animals like cows, buffalo, sheep, goat, tiger, lion, elephant, bear, all these animals are called as land animals or terrestrial animals. So normally the terrestrial animals have legs to walk. What? Normally, the terrestrial animals have what? Legs to walk. Okay, normally these animals are can move from one place to the another place with the help of legs. ఈ animals ఒక చోటు నుండి ఇంకో చోటుకి వెళ్తాయి వేటి సహాయంతో కాళ్ళ సహాయం. That's why these animals have legs to move from the one place to the another place. Normally these animals breathe the oxygen. Okay, how does these animals breathe? So these animals have special type of organs called as lungs. These animals have special type of organs called as lungs. With the help of lungs, these animals breathe. And normally these animals have well developed sense organs. What? The sense organs of sense organs, you know that one. So in human beings we observe that one. How many sense organs, children? Five sense organs are there. Eyes, ears, we observe that. Next, nose, tongue, skin. Okay, eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin. Okay, are the sense organs that we can be observed in the human beings. So as well as in the living organisms, such as in that one animals, also we observe that one sense organ. And normally these sense organs are well developed, well developed. So how does this sense organs are used for these animals to find their food? To find their food. To find their food, these sense organs are very useful. So normally during that one safety. So normally some animals hunts the another animals. ఒక జీవి ఇంకో జీవిని వేటాడతాయి. At the time, with the help of sense organs, they recognize danger. With the help of sense organs, they escape from that one their predators. So in the land animals, we observe that well developed legs are there, and developed lungs to breathe the air, and we also observe that well developed sense organs are there to find the food, and to escape from the danger, to escape from the danger. So you know that one, normally, so some of the animals vision is very sharp. మీన్స్ నథింగ్ అంటే కొన్ని కొన్ని జీవుల యొక్క కంటి చూపు దృష్టి చాలా బాగా పనిచేస్తుంది. ఇన్ సమ్ ఆర్గాన్స్ ఇన్ సమ్ అనిమల్స్ ఇయర్స్ కెన్ వర్క్ బెటర్లీ. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇన్ డీడ్స్ అనేవి ఎక్కడి నుంచి శబ్దం వచ్చినా వినగలుగుతాయి. వి అబ్జర్వ్ దట్ వన్. సో in some animals nose working very well, such as that one dogs, tiger, lion. Okay, they immediately sense the smell of flesh. Not only that one, in some animals you observe that one they run fast, we observe that one. So to adjust according to the environment, they develop their sense organs. Okay, so normally in the desert places also some of the animals also living, we observe that one. అంటే బాగా వేడిగా ఉండే ఎడారి ప్రాంతాల్లో కూడా కొన్ని జీవులు అనేవి నివసిస్తాయి. సో ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఈజ్ నథింగ్ బట్ క్యామెల్. ఏం నివసిస్తుంది? ఒంటె. సో నార్మల్లీ ద స్కిన్ ఆఫ్ ది క్యామెల్ ఈస్ వెరీ థిక్. దాని యొక్క ఒంటె యొక్క చర్మం అనేది చాలా మందంగా ఉంటుంది. అండ్ యు నో దట్ వన్, why it is very thick means nothing but to protect from the sunlight. Why? Because nothing but in the desert areas, the severity of the sun is very more. That's why to protect from the sunlight, the camel have very thick skin. What? Very thick skin. And you know that one, children, we normally you normally the camel have ability to walk on the sand also. Means nothing but the camels can run fast, can walk fast on the sand. Suppose Oh, we can walk easily on the sandy areas? No. మనం ఇసుకలో చాలా ఫాస్ట్గా నడపగలుగుతామా? No, it is not possible by us. But it is possible by that one desert animal such as the camel. Okay, but camel can easily walk on the sand surface also. So this type of adaptations can be seen in that one camel. You know that one certain animals lives in very cold places. Certain animals can live in that one very cold places. కొన్ని జీవులు బాగా చల్లగా ఉన్న ప్రదేశాల్లో జీవిస్తాయి. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ యూ అబ్జర్వ్ దట్ వన్ పోలార్ బియర్స్ మీన్స్ నథింగ్ బట్ ధ్రువపు ఎలుగుబంట్లు. సో నార్మల్లీ in the polar areas the temperature is very cool, means nothing but opposite to deserts. In desert the temperature is high, opposite to that one in the polar region the temperature is very cool. So to adjust to that extreme cold conditions, the polar bears have very thick skin, వెరీ థిక్, చాలా మందంగా ఉండే చర్మం అనేది ఉంటుంది. వై బికాస్ నథింగ్ బట్ వెన్ దే హ్యావ్ వెరీ థిక్ స్కిన్ ఇమీడియట్లీ దే కీప్ దెమ్సెల్ఫ్ వెరీ వామ్, వెరీ వామ్. అంటే ఆ మందంగా ఉండే చర్మం ద్వారా అవి తమను తాము వేడిగా ఉంచగలుగుతాయి. నాట్ ఓన్లీ దట్ వన్, యూ నో దట్ వన్ పెంగ్విన్స్ ఆల్సో లీవ్స్ దేర్ in that one polar bears. Okay, to adjust themselves in the very cold areas. Normally you know that one in animals such as that one snakes. In animals such as you observe that one snakes, normally we observe that one snakes are crawl on the ground surface. Normally the snakes are crawl on the ground surface. ఇవి నేల మీద పాకుతూ వెళ్తూ ఉంటాయి. విచ్ ఆర్గానిజం? స్నేక్స్ మీన్స్ పాములు. సో వై బికాస్ వెన్ యూ అబ్జర్వ్ దట్ వన్ ద స్నేక్స్ డు నాట్ హ్యావ్ ఎనీ లెగ్స్, వాటికి అసలు కాళ్ళు ఉండవు. సో normally how they crawl on the land surface or ground? With the help of scales, means nothing but పొలుసుల వంటి నిర్మాణాలు అనేవి ఉంటాయి that are called as nothing but scales. Okay, with the help of scales they can move from one place to the another place. Okay, this type of adaptation can see that one. You know that one frog also lives normally on the land surface. So suppose when the conditions are not suitable, it undergo normally deep sleep. What? Deep sleep. So you know that one normally in winter the extreme cold conditions are there. In winter what? Extreme cold conditions are there. So at the time uh, some animals undergo deep sleep. Some animals undergo what? Deep sleep for several months. What? Several months. అంటే కొన్ని నెలల వరకు దీర్ఘ నిద్ర, గాఢ నిద్రలోకి వెళ్తాయి. వై బికాస్ నథింగ్ బట్ టు ప్రొటెక్ట్ దెమ్సెల్ఫ్ ఫ్రమ్ ది కోల్డ్. సో ఇన్ ద వింటర్ means two cold conditions are there. So at the during that time some of the animals undergo deep sleep to protect themselves from the cold. This process is called as nothing but hibernation. What? Hibernations. What? Some of the animals during winter season, during winter season some of the animals undergo deep sleep for several months to protect themselves from the cold. Okay, in winter season some of the animals, in winter season some of the animals undergo deep sleep for several months to protect themselves from cold. This process is called as a hibernation. Example, we observe that one frogs. Example, which animals undergo hibernation? Frogs and certain type of lizards. కొన్ని రకాల బల్లులు. So these are the about the thing, but land animals. Okay, Normally, the land animals are called as terrestrial animals. The animals that lives on the land are called as terrestrial animals. Which are the example for the land animals? Cow, buffalo, sheep, goat, lion, tiger, elephant, giraffe, etc. Okay, children. Next, we have to discuss later.